Okie doke. Let's get into it. A16032-2. All right. Time for the disassembly. Of course. Well, that flew off to never be found again. Good stuff. All right, these guys are too fat. Hold the tick. Be right back. What's up, Jimmy? How's it going, man? Congratulations on being the first chat message ever. I just figured today we'd go ahead and I got this 3-bank drop target in. Figured I'd go ahead and model it up so that I've got it available. And first step of doing that is to take everything apart. Ooh. things are spring loaded, so as soon as this comes off, the spring wants to fly off like it did a second ago. Lots of E-clips in this thing. Fair enough. It's interesting. You're one of 2 followers, or 3 now, I guess. I just figured I'd try this out, see if it's any fun. What'd you get up to yesterday? Anything good? Okay. Washers galore. All right, and then just the bracket. Oh, that's where the other one went. It's wedged in here. Thought I had lost it. All right, let's see how many of these parts I already have. What have I done? I would imagine that the flush mount target is the same. Looks the same. Okay, 1 by 4 and a little less than 7/8. Yeah, 1. Yep. Well, good. I don't have to do that one. I remember that being a pain. I wonder how many of the rest of these assemblies are the same. Let's see if this is the same part number. Some Intox phone calls are always fun. I texted you to see if you wanted to throw down, but I get it. It's fine. All right, what are we looking at? 63972. Oh, no, I was looking up the coil bracket. Which was T1 on the bottom. So 78413. Oh, I bet I have this backwards in here. 8143. Yeah. Let's just assume. There we go. All right, so those guys are done. I bet this is the same part that I just modeled all together. Let's check it out. 2.453. Actually, let's go to the shoulder. .078. 2.0, close enough. Okay. So let's start with this. Figure out what part number this is. Oh, it doesn't have it as a sub-assembly on here. Well, all right. What are we calling this? Plunger. Let me throw this over here so I can still see it. Okay. Let's get this exact this time. What are those? 30 seconds, 3 30 seconds, 2 and 3 30 seconds. Which is just slightly longer. Let's make sure that our threading is the right size just because. 3/8. Yep. Okay. Let's make sure our depth, shoulder depth is correct. 3/8 as well. 3/8. Yep. Bevel. And that we don't need. Okay. Good. Plunger's done. Great success. Let's make sure this coil stop is the same. It probably is. A11397. Oh, where's my thingy? Should probably talk louder. Sorry about that. Stop bracket is the same as the A11397. Yep. Sure gets easier when they reuse the same parts. All right, let's do this stop foot. Oh no, did I close my parts list? I sure did. It's good thinking. Oh, Jimmy, this is the it's a 3-bank drop target that I ordered recently. It is the 3-drop target version of this thing. You know, so the ball comes and hits this, it pops down below the play field. And it's been a while since I've done any of these, so I just decided to go ahead and get it. I think what I'm going to do though, this is the original opto board, or I say original, it's an opto board for this thing. And it's got strobe lines and takes 12 volts. What I will probably end up doing is modifying this so that I just put 3 switches behind it on the bottom, kind of the way that this other one works. I like the simplicity, and also, you know, I mean, not that the optos are too complex or anything, but my plan was to run all of the switches on 5 volts, not 12, so it's one less thing I'd have to do. Plus, I'm direct wiring everything, so I don't actually need the row column matrix strobing that this thing does and all that. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. All right. So I did open my parts list. Yes, yes. And where's that foot? 20. Reset plate. Okay. I try to be good about putting the part numbers with all of the nope. With all of the things that I model, just in case I ever need to replace one of them. I should have record of it. Okay. So we need to build this thing. And generally the way that I'll do that is just sketch out this shape and then extrude it. Oh, and we are in millimeters, which pinball does not use. At least nothing here. There's that apparently there's a pinball manufacturer in China, and I would expect them to use metric, but we're all using stubborn imperial here. So it's just a matter of measuring a whole bunch of crap. So 13/64. And this thing is symmetrical, it looks like. So we go up. Do that. We've got an arc in here. I should probably do this with a fillet, actually. So, yeah, let me do it thusly. China. Yes, correct. I think just about everything is manufactured there anyway. It seems like we're getting more manufacturers again, though. That's good news. Oh, I didn't want to do parallel. Collinear, that's what I want. And now we start measuring. Let's go ahead and mirror this stuff first. Everything but that guy. Mirror. Okay, now we can start putting in dimensions. All right, man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Let me know if you want to throw down later. Really? Okay. So 17, 30 seconds. It's always got to be something weird. This one is not going linear with the others. Those are, though. Okay. Let's see. I don't have a good reference to measure this other one. Let's just keep going. 13, 30 seconds. Okay. Now I basically just have to guess about how far this thing is. Oh, well, that's convenient. Inch and an eighth. What have I done wrong here? Oh, 1 and 13, 30 seconds. That'll do it. That's better. Yeah, that's looking much better. See, these are a 1/4 inch wide. And they have an inch between them. Let's try to make this slightly more legible. All right, what still needs to happen? This guy. And let's see how much space there is. 5/16. What is the best way to measure this? Yeah, we'll go 5/16 with that too. No, that can't be right. 3/16. That's what we want. Okay. Now we just need to figure out what angle that needs to be. And that one is 5/16. Okay. All right, now we can do the sight test. This is amazingly helpful to just line this up, see if it looks like it's right. And it is not yet. Oh, okay. Oh, this is constrained though. This must be wrong. Yeah. That's got to be 3/16 as well. Yep. Nice. Okay. So now we're not going to do any bends on this, but we'll make it sheet metal regardless, just because. So we want steel inches, and then we want to come back and edit this thing. Nope, not you. You. Wait a minute, why can I not edit this? Did they change this? Ah, that's okay. That's what it is. And how thick is this? 3/32. Okie doke. I hear myself. That's not good. There we go. Okay, where was I? That seems amazingly thick. Yeah, it's because it's not using the right rule. Hmm. Oh, yeah, it's 3/64. Good stuff. Good stuff for sure. Much better. Okay, fillets for everybody. So this should be 3:30 seconds. Yup. All right, let's see. We'll cite it. Yeah, looks good. Okay, another part done. All right, what's next? I don't know if I have those washers done or not. But the coil's done, target's done. That's the whole assembly. I guess let's do a simplified version of this PCB. Do I have a part for that? I don't, amazingly. Oh, unless it's here. 14. Yep, 3-bank opto board. 13609. Okay. Hopefully this will go a little bit faster. We need to put some holes in here too. This is also symmetrical. Quarter-inch holes. 100 millimeters. There we go. Yep. Okay. One and a half. 1 1/4. So this should be 2.5. Yep. Okay. Okay. Fifty-three 64s. 3 and 53 64s. 3 and 53 64s. Yup. Oh, I didn't even check if this is centered. I guess we don't want that necessarily, but instead we want coincidence. Yep, that way I can move it up and down. Okay. And here we have, Y, 18, 19, 21 64s. 4 and 21 64s. It's got to be 90 degrees. Or 45, rather. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Fusion. I'll just do it the easy way. There. Okay, now we just have to figure out placement. Usually I'll look for a number that seems reasonable. I'd say a whole number, but some small fractional number. Imperial is so neat. All right, we'll do it from here. 1 7/8. And they aren't equal. This wasn't centered. Okay. Anything else I want to put on this? Probably not. I guess these rubber grommets, but I already have some of those modeled. So, why is that not fully constrained? What can you still? Oh, you can still do that. 13/16, 2 13/16. Okay, that looks better. How thick are you? 1/16. Let's make this look less dumb. Let's see, do we have... I can't remember what PCB is made out of. Yeah, we'll just make it out of plastic. Yeah. All right, so what is this? Sort of a grayish, greenish, brownish? It's not too bad, I suppose. Yeah, it'll do. Oh, that's probably better. All right. Okay, done. Done. Let me see if I have grommets built. I have these, but I think that they're the wrong size. Let's see, let me pop one out. Yeah, they're definitely the wrong size, but we can start with this. These are surely not labeled. Oh, they are. 236626. Well, I don't have it, but I'm about to. Okay. These are probably the same size. Whoa. That'll roll away. I'll never find it. 3/8 overall. Yep. Yeah, that one's not right. What is this inner diameter? 5/16. And 1/4 inch. Also 1/16. That's convenient. And then this is significantly shorter. It's also a 1/16. And it only has a fillet on the top. I'll do that. And then the mirror. And this is black. Let's make it slightly gray just so that we can see it. Cool. Okay. Well, let me pull 3 of those guys in here. Looks good. And let's throw a rigid group on all of that. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. All that done. Let's put the grommet back in. Wow. Twitch is a lonely place when you're starting out, isn't it? And what with this fantastic production quality. Wow. Okay. This is going to be quite an interesting thing. I had bent this earlier. Trying to straighten it out. It's closer. There we go. All right. Good enough. All right, yeah, I guess let's dive into this guy. Okay. Oh, we don't want to do this here though. Where's the bracket? Surely that's 1. Yeah. Oh, this is supposed to be bent a little bit. I guess so. Okay. Three bank bracket and stud assembly. All right. Let's see. How are we going to do this? This guy is complex. I guess let's just start with this middle. It is a rectangle. And I suppose I will put the origin up here. Okay. 4 1/8. Let's figure out what where this bend is probably supposed to be. 4 3/4. And again, in millimeters. This is the only stuff I model in Imperial anymore. All right, what do we have? I'm not even sure what that hole is supposed to be there for, but it's covered and probably doesn't matter, so I'm just going to ignore it. But we got 3 of these guys. Let's put in some construction. Okay, let's mirror this guy. Figure out exact dimensions. 3/8 and 1/4, or 1 1/4. I guess I assume that these are centered. Let's see, 5/8, 5/8. Yep. So what is? And I guess I can just do this. And let's just make sure that this gives us proper spacing. How big are you? 0.938. No. That should be 7/8. Well, something's wrong. This is the more important measurement, I think. Yeah, so that would make each of these exactly now 1 1/4 inches. What did I do? Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. Yes. bottom. That makes sense. All right, I'm going to put in this hole. I don't know why it's here, but just for completeness, why not? 3/16. 13/16 in. Three-eighths down. I always think it's interesting to find vestigial punch outs, because the assumption is that that was used for some other mech or some revision of the mech at some point. I'm always curious what that actually was. All right, I guess let's put in at least the points for the studs here. Let's do construction box again, add a point. Plop this guy down here. And figure out the spacing. Okay, 2 5/16. And 7/8 apart. Okay. When are these? 5:30 seconds. Fine, we'll put them in. Let's just mirror these. All right. So now we just got to do the rest of these posts. 1/2 and 1/4. Is that true all the way around? Yep, except for these extra guys. Okay. These are going to be centered to these cutouts. So 1/2, whoop, and 1/4. There's our 1/2, there's our 1/4. And then on these guys, we also need one more. How do I want to do this? Are these all the same? Yeah. Well, let's see. All of these bases are exactly the same. So let's do one of them. Measure from. This is going to be imprecise. What is that? 9:30 seconds. Yep. And let's pattern. Or actually, we probably should have done this in the center. God, what weird mode am I in? Okay. Okay, now we can pattern. Two of these. Oops. Oops. I hate these headphones sometimes. All right, let's see if they cut out less now. Here we want to do 3, but we want it to be symmetric. There we go. 1 1/4, and how far are these spaced? 2 minus 1/2, so 1 1/2. Yeah, that seems reasonable. Okay, why are these guys not constrained? Oh, yeah, well, that'll do it. How far are these guys off the bottom? 1 3/4. All right, well, that looks congested enough. Let's turn this into a thing. Probably should have made these all separate sketches, but I didn't. Oh well. Okay. Steel default. Yes. Good. Edit this immediately. How thick we be? 5/64. Beefy. All right. There's our base thing. And let's go ahead and make our bends. We want this to be an outside bend. What height makes the most sense? That one, 5/8. 5/8 outer faces. Yup. Next bend. Okay, this is not at 90 degrees, which is irritating, but whatever. Call that 2 inches. Outside, outer faces again. And now we get to guess at this very, very slight angle. And I'm lazy, so I'm just going to eyeball it. Very scientific. Actually, most of the time this works out just fine. Well, it's between 85 and 90, so let's do 87.5. How does it look? Yep. Good stuff. Okay, well, there's our stuff. Now we can unfold this thing. And start chopping it up. Let's do this top. Seems reasonable. I forget that I turn auto project off most of the time. Okay. So now we need some slots. 5/8 and 1 5/8. And where are we at this apex? A half. I'll take it. It makes so much sense, it's probably right. And my guess is these are also going to be spaced accordingly. Just like the ones below. Symmetric, we want 3. This is almost certainly 1 1/4, like the other ones. Let's check. Yup. Dunzo. Okay. So now, get this series of holes. Is that 3/16, yeah. See, where's going to be the best place to put these? Probably should have. I guess I'll do them here. Whoops. Oh, these are not symmetric. Okay. I guess this is turning into modeling ASMR. So I'm just sitting here talking to myself. 1 1/4. Okay, and how far are these guys in? 1/4 inch. Okay. Pattern these guys. Yep, 3 3/4. And we just got to figure out where those sit. Well, the best way is probably center them. There. Okay, let's cut that out. All right, looking good. We're getting there. Okay, and what do we have left? See, I'll model that other thing later. Okay, so just these bizarre cutouts that we have for the spring retainers. And we don't need that. Actually, we don't need this either. Okay, what does this look like? It goes like that and that and that. Whoop. That and that and that and that. And a little bit past the bend. It's all the way to the end, to the other bend. Okay, which is there, and then over, and then back up to there. Okay. So let me just get rid of this. I want to project you guys and you. There. Okay. Let's see. Overall. Of course, it couldn't be something easy. How many 2564s. And this little bar thing is 764s. And this is 3/16. Now, and that one should be, yep. Ooh, that's no bueno. These guys are collinear. Oh, well, yeah, that would do it. Okay. That's better. Okay. Let's see how far off that first bend. 5/16. Of course I didn't. Yeah. And how long is this guy? 1/4 inch. Okay. All right. And now let us do another pattern of features. That one. Directions. That'll do. Want 3 of them. And let's do this as spacing 1 1/4 again. Boom. Looks good to me. Okay. Let's fold this guy back up. Oh, how do we fold back up? Refold. Hey, it's looking like a part. Or start to. Okay, let's do pegs, I guess. What are we looking at here? Yeah, okay. Um, 3 30 seconds? Negative 3 30 seconds, please. Now, okay. Wait, why didn't that work? I don't know why that would cut, but fine, whatever. Don't care. Okay, that's done. Let's see, these two guys are the same. How tall are you? 5/8. Oh, all of these guys have E-ring cuts as well, but not in the same place. How convenient. These guys all the same height? Yes. But we want to just go to the shoulder. What is that, 11/16? Yep. Yep. Okay. So let's figure out how deep these E-clip things are. Looks like a 30-second. Yeah. That's what we'll call it, I guess. Or 64th. It really doesn't matter. How tall are they? 30 seconds. Okay. Let's see, what is going to be the best way of doing this? Probably not the way that I just did it. Let's not bother with well, yeah, with that guy and then these two, because all these pegs are the same. Fine. Not do that one. And not do those two. Okay. Let me just go back to the original sketch. Well, no, that's pain. I'll do a new one here. And we want to project that point, and that point. Turn that one off. Okay. So we want, what is that, 15/64s? Yep. Do we want that on all three? Yes. Yep. So much chat, I can't even read it. How big are these guys? 3/16 and another 64th. Okay. What is this? 11/64s. Okay. want to extrude that from, from object here, starting at an eighth. Sure, why not? I'll set a 1/8, and we want to go 1/32. Offset of -1/8. Let me make sure I'm going the right way. Yes. Oh. Okay, I just realized I needed to include this other geometry in the sketch for this to work the way that I want it to. There. Okay, let's try that again. Extrude that from here. Offset of -1/8. Distance 1/32. There we go. That's better. And we'll just give this guy a little fillet because he has one. Let's do point there. Nah, that's too much. That'll work. Actually, do all of these guys have the same fillet? Probably. Yeah. Or chamfer, rather. Chamfer. Okay. Alright, so this guy will get the same treatment. Profile from here. Offset negative some. Why is this hard to hold steady? 15-30 seconds. Distance 1/32. Is that right? No, that's clearly not right. Oh, because I did. Shoot. I need to do it off the shoulder. How many 64s? 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, that's right. And one more time. -5/16. Yes. Okay, are all of these at least, well, I guess if they're the same height, they would have to be. Alright, so that is done. Oops. Now I just got to make the posts. And they are, what's 3/8, so 12, 11, 30 seconds. And now tiny E-clip spaces. And what is their offset? 3:30 seconds. Okay. Neat. Okay. Now add back our fillets. Let's go ahead and do these guys too. Gorgeous. And now let us pattern these guys out. We want faces. Directions that way. We want 2 of these. Whoops. What just happened? 2. Yeah. And this needs to be 2.5. You better. Now we just got to do the same thing one more time. With this guy. Why does it, wait a minute, why does he have multiple? What? I hate it when Fusion does that. Alright, let's try this a different way, I guess. Have it a mirror. You know what? Just to make this easier, let's do this as new body. And that one would join, but let's hide this guy. Oops. If we keep these as separate bodies, we can pattern these and just join them at the end here. Bodies, that guy, direction that way. you. Hopefully the other pegs will go a little bit easier than this. All right, now we just need to combine everything. That made that turn that into a non-sheet metal part when I did that. Are you always going to do that? No. Okay, so if I just, can I do that? Yeah, okay, good. All right. Well, that part of it's done. Let's do these studs on the other side. It's our original sketch. Extrude one more time. That profile and that profile. And that one and that one. Starting from here and going 5/16. And we'll throw some threads on there just because we can. These are almost certainly number 8s. I could probably check, but I'm too lazy. That's the right diameter for 8s anyway. So, yeah, there we go. I guess I need to model this other thing on the back here. The little stop bracket thing. Okay, how do I want to do this? It goes all the way across. Let's just do well, see, 5/16. Half inch from the band, or the bend. Is that right? No, that should be centered on this hole. I guess let's just use that as reference since this is all wonky anyway. Okay. One 1/16. And we want a new body. None of that. Nope. And we also have this hole. And we'll make it black plastic because that's what it is here. Why is there no black plastic anymore? No, okay. All right, that's good enough. If that bothers me later, I'll go back and do a better job modeling it, but that'll work for now. All right. Let's reorient this. See from I guess that's as good a point as any. To where's our origin? I guess you're not going to let me do that. Okay. Let's line bodies then. Bodies. Are you going to let me do this time? Flip. Yeah, that's what I want. And let's do that before that extrude. Oh, but it didn't move the... well, shoot. Well, now the sketch is on the wrong plane. Did that work? Kind of. Well, it put it at a place. Yeah, that definitely didn't work. All right, we'll just redo it. No biggie. Oh. $564s. All right. Well, that looks like the part to me, minus the screws. Oh, we have these mounting things down here. Got to do those. But that should be super easy. Why is that not centered? That's worrisome. My planes, okay. 2.063. 2.063. Are these the same? Yeah. thanks for the follow, Glowfly. Sorry, I'm not super entertaining right now. Okie doke. All right, let's get back to it. I would have expected this to be right on the origin, and it's not for some reason. I don't know why these centroids are off. But, oh, I guess it's right now. Maybe, no, it was, okay, it was centering to something else. I'm dumb. My bad. All right. Let's see, 1/8 inch. And, was that 5/16? And how far in? We'll call it 1/4. And how far apart? 1 1/8. Okay, so mirror. That's not right. 2 1/8. There. Okay. We want holes. Oh, yeah. Okay, and then how deep are these guys? The 16th. Nice. And we'll thread them. These are probably also 8s. I think, unless they're 6s. Well, that would make this a 10. Okay, I guess these should be 6s. It's certainly not 5s. Okay, yeah, actually that makes sense. 6s. Okay. All right. Done. That is probably everything. I know I have Eclipse. I can get these springs from the other drop target assembly. Oh, but I already have them in there anyway. Do I have the flat washers? I do, and they're just linked. So I should have enough to put this thing together. Let's do it. Start with, yep. Okay, so we've got one of these, one of these. How does this go on? Yeah, like that. Okay. Wait, yep. Close. Okay. one stop bracket, which goes what at the top? Yep, it would. There-ish. One coil bracket. Let's see, which way is this going to go? Down or up? Down. There we go. See what's next. Plunger. Be over here, and the foot. And the targets. Okay, and then a buttload of the other stuff. See, while I'm at it, I think I have nuts modeled. Alright, so we need an 8 for the bottom of this guy. Totally unnecessary, but fun nonetheless. And then we need on 4 of the 6s. Okay, that's done. How many springs? 3, which are in the Williams parts for the drop targets. Let's see, how do those... Oh, that's going to be tricky, isn't it? Well, oh, that'll still be the same. Okay, all right. I'm sitting here thinking about whether I want to continue to use this opto board or build something that I can 3D print to attach micro switches. And for a second there, it seemed to me like I wasn't going to be able to do that because you needed the opto board to contain all of this. But that not only doesn't make sense, but isn't the case. So, good news. Okay, those are done. Oh god, ton of Eclipse. I don't think I've done any of these mini Eclipse. All right, I need 6 of these. I may just skip the mini ones because they only hold the optic port on. What are these, quarter? Yeah. Okay, I always forget how these go on. So let me look at the other one that I've already done. Oh, okay. So it's just on the 6 posts. Cool, cool. And then washers galore. See, one on the top, one in the back. Times 2. How many of these do I have? Geez. Well, is there another one under the E-clip, or is there supposed to be? Probably. Yes, I think I remember that. So there'll be another 3. Those are smaller, so they must go with that. And I've got 3 more. Well, I should have taken pictures. But what's the fun in that? So let's see if we can figure this out. One there, this, that, E-clip, and then this and E-clip. Is that all of them? Okay, I guess there isn't one there for the E-clip. Okay, well, what is that? That's 4 per, or 2 per post. Yeah, okay. We did it. We figured it out. Great success. Oh, I am in the wrong file. There we go. Hey, thanks, Borg. Yeah, I really enjoy doing this. I'm very, very slowly building a home brew, and I'm modeling out all the parts so that I can figure out how to lay them out and um, cut the playfield properly and stuff like that. I probably won't do much of this today, but at some point my plan is to stream some of the process of just modeling and trying out some playfields, and then eventually I'll start cutting them. You can't see it right now, but my homebrew is right behind me. It sucks right now, but we're working on that. No, I haven't been documenting it much. I started initially doing a kind of a blog for it way forever ago, and I work on it off and on every every so often. So I've been working on it for probably about 6 years, and it's been in various states. One of the things that I'm trying to do is all of it. So I had to learn how to do the electronics, for instance, and had to learn how to just how all the mechs work and how um, all of the manufacturing process and stuff. And I didn't know any of it when I started out, so it's been this really long process. Uh, but I've really enjoyed it, and it's taught me a lot, and that's specifically why I decided to do that. So um, there's no documentation. There's a rolling list of, I don't know, maybe 6 or 7 or 8 different themes that I think about, but I don't have anything concrete yet. And in the meantime, I'm just kind of buying Mechs. Truth be told, I just kind of bought this one to model up because I enjoy doing this too. So I've got a big box of Franken parts, or many boxes of Franken parts in the closet, and I have modeled all of them so far. I've got a Vuk coming from Marco that should be here sometime next week, and I'll probably stream doing this too. Let's see. Was that everything? I think that's everything to get started. All right, let's assemble this thing. Um, yeah, I started I started doing Fusion 360 basically because it was free, and it's I love it. Um, they've done a really good job of merging this plus the additive manufacturing for the 3D printing and the CAD stuff for doing the CNC operations. And this is the first real CAD program that I've jumped into, and I've really enjoyed it, and it's free. They've changed the pricing or the model a little bit, so I ended up just buying a personal license for like $300 because I end up using it enough to warrant it, I think. I also use this at work for various things, so for me it made sense. It does bog down sometimes with some of the other things. Like if you're interested, I could pull up a model of my homebrew cabinet with all the junk in it, and it gets a little bit chuggy, but it's not too bad. Oh, wait a minute, these springs. Let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah, that'll work. What have you done in 360 so far, Borg? Oh, nice. Yeah, okay. So same kind of thing. I mean, what I'm doing is absolutely unnecessary for just doing the layout, but it's I enjoy it. It's relaxing to me. how detailed do you end up getting when you're doing the virtual pin mechs? Is it just above the table, or do you do the whole mechanism? All right. Nope. Uh, Whoops. Nice. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Uh, the furthest that I've gotten so far is I have the uh, the trough in there, bottom floor. Basically, the Italian bottom is in there, and then I have a spinner taped to the to the play field, so there's something to shoot at. It's literally taped though. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I have a lot of fun doing this. I tend to also like here. I can give you an example. I articulate these things too, so that when I have them placed on the play field, I know that I'm not gonna, be knocking something else. But again, it's totally unnecessary to do. Really, it's just fun. All right. What am I missing? I'm missing some washers. Oh, I didn't add them. That's why. All right. Let's go back and fix that. So, I'm going to copy all of these. What is the best way to do this? This, I guess. Yeah, that looks rightish. Oh, except they're backwards. Wait, did I screw that up? No, they're just backwards. Okay. Whew. Yeah. Um, Even with all of this planning, I've ended up having to make adjustments anyway. I've gotten to the point now where when I do a new mech, and I'll do it with this one too, I will end up uh, I'll end up printing a 3D printing a very small piece of play field, and then that's a half-inch thick, and screw this to it with the milling geometry for, in this case for the drop targets. Um, and very often I'll end up having to print a couple of them because I've put holes in a very slightly wrong place or something like that, or that the mech doesn't move exactly the way that I thought that it would, so it rubs against the playfield or something like that. Let's see, that is probably not best either. I'm trying to think of the best way to align this. Actually, you know what? That's probably okay because I can still move these. All right. Where are my targets? And we're going to need to make sure that this pivot is correct. And it is. Wait, why are we in millimeters? Oh, snap. Okay, well. That looks good. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate the follow. You're number 4, I think, and 2 of them are my friends. But it's progress. We'll get there. Okay, so these guys need to. How am I going to do this? Guess I want to do that to. There you are. Yeah, that'll do it. Fortunately, sometimes there's a lot of tedium involved. Did that go where I wanted it? Looks like it. There. And now one more time. Okay. No, that's exactly what I do need. We can lose the targets and the eclipse and the springs. And let's see if this is going to work the way I want it to. I think so. Yeah, that looks right-ish. Where are my targets? Yep. Cool. Hey, Infinite Thriver, thanks for the follow. Welcome. We sit around being bored most of the time. All right. Well, that's starting to look like a 3-bank drop target. Cool. What's next? Opto board, I guess. And which way does this? Yeah, this goes that way. Let's try this. See how it looks. Looks good enough to me. Oh, those holes are way too big, though. 3/16. This is gonna bug the crap out of me if I don't go. Whoops. Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay, it's close enough. Do that. Update the opto board. Update that. That's better. Okay. Okay. Yeah, universe makes more sense now. We can hide that because it's in the way. All right, let's see what's next. All that stuff's done. So I guess the coil, which I forgot to add. So let's go back and get a coil. Many coils, and I don't know how big the sleeve is. 2 1/8. Okay. We need one of you, and let's see, how does this go in here? I've never gotten a definitive answer as to whether it matters if the coils are pointed up or down. I know it doesn't magnetically, but I've heard the argument that you want to get it as far away from impact points as possible so that the solder joints don't break over time. I think we're okay though. Yes, I did all of the coils. In a second, when I'm done assembling this thing, I'll take you guys on a quick tour if you're interested. Show you some of the stuff. It's several hundred parts at least. And what is this? A 26 1200. This also doesn't super matter, but I just happen to make them, so I might as well put it in as what I have. Okay. All right, those are in there. So let's get back to finishing this assembly part, and then we'll start making actual articulated components. Okay. This is also assuming that I've modeled this correctly. I think I have. We'll see. That's a good sign. Oh, come on. There. And well, one of these two is wrong. Where is it wrong? That would mean that this one is off too, or it should. Let me start hiding stuff. Well, that's correct. What is different here? Is one of these sunken in a bit? No. Huh. No, I didn't do the correct wire windings. I did. I mean, you know, I could say that I did because prove to me there aren't 1,200 windings underneath the sticker. No, I did take the time to scan a whole bunch of these uh, labels, however, so that I can make all of the different um, coil strengths again, just because why not? All right, that is really going to bug me that isn't correct, but I'll press on and go fix that later, I suppose. Okay, so all of that is rigid so far. Put the nuts on. Oh, that's not what I wanted to select. These holes seem awfully small for number 6s, but whatever. As long as I'm not printing them, it doesn't matter. And I'm not going to be printing nuts. That was not right. I'm curious, is this vomit inducing as I'm sitting here moving around the model? Okay, well, that's looking pretty good. Let's see, I guess it's time for rigid groups. So, finish that for now. And set up a rigid group with those 3 guys. Set up another one with these 3 guys. And let's see, we want to do a joint of this guy bottoming out on here. Yep. And where's my type? They've changed this dialog. Motion slider. Yep. That's the one. And where's that joint? Let's edit. Well, we'll edit that in a minute, I guess. Where's my... This guy, is he grounded? Nope, he needs to be. Actually, wait a minute, let me do rigid group with him, and oh, we gotta do, yeah, before I do that joint, let me do one more rigid group with everybody else. Yep, okay, so, yeah, now you move around. Cool. Oh, yeah, let me edit. I need to include the root here. That'll ground them. Yep. All right, let's do this joint again. Oh, interesting. Something else is funky because this shaft is going through the coil bracket properly. That's a little bit long. How is this in real life? Let's see. Okay. Well, it looks like that is pretty much touching, so I appear to be very slightly off on that. That's all right. That is easily fixable. Okay, so we got that, and let's figure out how far down we want this to go. Well, what this? Yeah, this usually sits on the wing nuts that I'm not going to put in there, so we'll call it there. Why not? I hate having to read this. 26.325. Oh, we're still in millimeters. Dang it. We don't use metric in pinball. Makes too much sense. We'll call it an inch. That's easy. Minimum 0, maximum 1 inch. There we go. Cool. And those are still, yep, rigid. Opto board is in the way. Let me open, where is that foot? Oh, I bet I can edit that in place. I forgot about that feature now. It's nice. Oh, are we capturing? Yes, we are. Oh, let me do this way, since I know that that is an inch now. Offset of, why is it asking me millimeters? That's crazy. Okay. 1 inch. Yes. And I bet I have to, yeah, edit this to be minimum of -1, maximum of 1. Maximum of 0, right? Is that, yeah, okay. All right, let me go back to this thing because obviously this coil is not in the right place. All right, let's try that one more time because that should line up properly. Oh, yeah, okay. So whatever this was, I missed it. There we go. Good. I'll be able to sleep tonight. Much better. Okay. Okay, how are we sitting? Good. All right, let's go back to this. Hit it in place. Oh, that's noisy as hell. Okay. I swear I measured this correctly, but maybe I didn't. Okay, I'm off by a 32nd. Hopefully that's good enough. So what is that? That's 7 30-seconds? Nope. 5 30-seconds. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Good. So that all makes sense too. All right, what do we have left to do? We need to put a as-built slider on that guy and him. Oh, the snap point, right. Actually, that's a good question. Where is a good snap point? How about there? There. Okay, so min 0, max will be there, -1, sure. There we go, cool. So the reset mech will be separate, but yeah, they intersect, that's okay. We're good. All right, well, I think I still have to make mill geometry to mount this thing. I guess we can do that really quickly. Oh, I forgot to include globals, of course. All the way back to the beginning, insert a derive. This way I've got a bunch of constants in here that I can use instead of putting in magic numbers, so they're never good. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Cool. Copy the body, hide the first one, and get the sketching. Oh, well, yeah, let's do that. Not extrude. Let's see, how do we want this to work? I guess I want to project these sides. Oh, that just projected a ton of geometry. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do you and you, one of those. Yeah, 1/8 is probably too big. 1/16. Do the same over here. I'll probably have to go back and fix this. another time, but it's all right. How wide are these? Almost 3/8. So let's do 13, 30 seconds. We'll try that for now. Okay. I mean, for the most part, let's isolate this guy just for a sec. Fillet it. I don't know. Later, if I really feel like it, I can go back and make these individual slots for each of the drop targets. Okay, so okay, now we want to combine target body is the full one, tool body is that one, intersect. No, yes, wait, no, cut. Yeah, there we go. And assign that to mill geometry so that it's big and ugly, and we know that's what we use to cut stuff out. Okay. And there we are, boys and girls, we're done. So, I don't know who's still in here. This is my inaugural stream, by the way, so I can't even look at chat. I don't even know how to do that. Okay. All right. So, yeah, if you want a tour of some of the other stuff, I can show you some of it. This one's fun. These are the Bally drop targets. I bought a whole bunch of these mechs because I thought that they were really cool looking, but as it turns out, they're notoriously bad for not actually working, which is unfortunate. But whatever, they were fun to model. They're very complex. Let's see, what is interesting. So I've done a lot of stuff like just lane bumper guides and the return lane stuff. So, you know, the ubiquitous just things that you have to have all over the playfield. Here are some poppers. All of these guys are articulated in the same way. Oh yeah, I did my cabinet. That's right. That's Bally brick. Yeah, that's good actually. I haven't heard that. Let's see. Here's the cabinet. This will probably take a sec to load up. Chug chug. Okay, there we are. So yeah, this is the homebrew. I've got a television in this space, and I have a monitor that goes in here that I was going to code up to look like a DMD. I'm kind of second guessing that. I'm starting to think that it might be kind of cool to have, I don't know, a playfield toy in here or something interactive. I could also potentially put a Kinect in there to track your head movement and whatnot. But yeah, all of these legs were a real pain in the ass to model because they have that gentle slope that are on them, and they have divots on the inside. And then I've got like here's the shaker motor and the coin door, modeling the coin door and the what do you call it? I don't know, the money thing. uh, Showed me that the cabinet that I constructed actually won't fit. Yeah, the coin box. The cabinet that I made actually won't fit all of this stuff. So I modeled it all, and then I went back and I had measured every aspect of this cabinet except for where the stupid bottom goes in relation to everything else. So it's one of two things. Either this bottom is made of half-inch plywood and I use 3/4, and I think it's both, that I use 3/4 for this bottom, and this lip on mine is 3/4 inches, and unfortunately the coin box is half an inch too high, so that would make sense. So, um, you know, I could get rid of the coin box, or I could route out half an inch in here, which is probably what I'll end up doing. Um, but this was definitely a useful exercise because I had to figure out how I was going to fit all of this stuff in. Okay, that makes sense then. That's why there was slightly not enough room. I can't go back and fix that easily, but my cabinet is also about this sounds ridiculous, but it's about a 32nd of an inch too narrow, which makes it really difficult for me to slide the glass in and out. That it works, but it doesn't gently slide out. You actually have to give it some force. So we'll see. It's low on the totem pole of what to do next, but um, at some point I may just rebuild the cabinet. Uh, I do have this old Bally chime mech um, as well. Obviously, this isn't where I can put it, which I hadn't noticed until just now. Um, but I decided that it would be fun to put some EM stuff um, in my homebrew as well. And then I've just got, the normal, just some buttons for various things. I'm not even sure what I'm going to use this for. Auto plunge, I guess. Uh, and then maybe mode select. Um, yeah. Yeah, I like the chimes. I like the old thing. One of the things that I thought about, I don't know if I'll do this or not, but I thought it would be really sweet if I had a mode in my pinball table where you would go into EM mode. So it would uh, I'd be using warm LEDs around the playfield, make them so that when they turn on, they kind of fade up and stuff like their old amber bulbs. Um, and I thought about the possibility of putting a couple of stepper motors in there so that I could change the. Sorry, these headphones suck. Um, I, I could put some steppers in there to change the playfield angle just slightly and reduce the power on the flippers. So the idea would be I could I could try to make the whole thing feel like it's an old EM where everything kind of slows down and you get the delay of stuff. Thought that would be a fun thing to check out and prototype and whatever. Um, but you know, let's see, what else can I show you? Have let's see. This was one that I was just kind of working on to play around with, this play field. Um, this is the bottom third of this is the one that I actually cut and is sitting in my home brew at the moment. But even that, I don't have access to a pinball table to go make measurements right now, and it turns out that the in lanes are way wider than they should be on mine. I say way wider, but it's not. like right in here, this is wider because I think I modeled this as a 1/4 inch, and it is until it stretches. So there's some iteration that I'll have to do, but yeah, I mean, here are a ton of these mechs that I've done. Looks like something is busted in here that I have to go revisit. But this was me just playing around with some ideas of uh, possible layouts, and you know, uh, these lines here represent return ramps, and um, I don't know, just playing around with it. And this is why I'm modeling them this way, so that I can just throw them down. They're all sitting here. I can see if any of the mechs are interfering with anything else, um, both above and below the playfield. So far, it works out uh, pretty well. Now I just got to make a game that's fun, and that's kind of it. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and end it, dude. But I really appreciate you hanging out for a while. And if I do this again pretty soon, I'd love it if you stop by. Yeah, see, that's a good idea. I thought about doing that. I I played around with I think virtual pin a little bit, but I kind of decided that it would be more fun to just cut them out and try them. you know, when I'm making these prototypes, I can just get a sheet of MDF for about $8. So it cost me $8 and 4 hours of milling slash playfield population. But at some point I may actually need to do that. What would be really neat if I could figure out how to export uh, these designs into a virtual pinball um, environment just to try them out. But we will see. So, all right, man, I'm gonna call it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again. Um, take care. See you soon.